Welcome back everyone, it's your Code King Zaf here. I do want to jump in and cover something very important. When it comes to Seorin right now, she's honestly one of the strangest hunters we've had based on our current water team lineup, where she does not provide any useful buffs when it comes to our current main DPS hunter, that being Alicia of course. Well, I do want to base this on the information we have here, but also based on some leak information where it is pretty much clarified that Seorin is not built for Alicia or our current water team lineup, but she's built for Chong coming out in the first year anniversary, which does kind of suck, and I'll cover that. But I do want to mention very quickly, when it comes to codes, please make sure, if you haven't yet, to use this code right here. It is my cup of tea, and this code here, we have 412 SLC Arise. These codes expire in about 12 hours, so please jump in and use them, and please jump in and go to the link down below and support us if you haven't yet. That way we can send you a bunch of free codes sent directly to you. You press this button, you scroll down, you press this button here, confirm, and you're done, it's free. Then you wait about 6 hours after sporting. You go to your My page at the top right here. This page comes up, you scroll down, my name comes up here, you keep going down, under receipt benefits where all the codes will go. We have 3 codes right now with 5 more coming out, so just support, don't think, and you will get all these juicy benefits of course. But also I do want to give a huge shout out to Aiden and Angel for being the first commenters on the last 2 videos. Hear your shout bros and enjoy those juicy exclusive Discord roles of course. Now, jumping back into Seorin, you can see right here, she provides us no useful buffs when it comes to Alicia right now, where Alicia is pretty much being seen as a useless hunter. I know you can say, well Zaf, we are getting some water damage bonuses to the target that do sack, which is honestly very nice, and our A4 passive as well, giving us general water buffs, so Seorin is usable. She's not useless when it comes to Alicia, and Alicia isn't totally useless as well. But when it comes to Seorin right now, you can see right here, based on the A3 passive, the advanced provides us some very peculiar buffs, giving us defense and max HP, which basically indicates when it comes to brand new hunter coming out for the first year anniversary, that being Chaw, we're not getting any attack scaling on her or any core attack scaling, but instead we're getting HP or defense scaling. Based on the leaks I've seen, it's potential defense, but we'll see for sure, which is honestly kind of a shock. Alicia's being swept under the rug, where she's becoming practically useless. And I do want to mention one more thing while we're here. I'm not a big fan of this change right here. I do want to cover water team, but when it comes to our artifact sets, the fact that we need 500,000 gold to level up artifacts to ensure they meet the new standard of level 100 does kind of suck. I mean, 500,000 gold as free to play, even as pay to win, that's a huge amount. We have to also advance the artifacts up too, based on new ones we're getting, so I do hope the devs do change this. This is a test build, so it could change to 100,000 gold, so I do want to mention that right now. Maybe if those are watching, they can adjust this going forward, at least half it, right? 250,000 gold is better than 500,000, 2 million gold per hunter. That's a bit too much if you ask me. But I do want to jump back into the game right now and cover one of our units that we have that do buff our water team. Well, pretty much she's the only water buffer that we have, that being Meilin. Her buffs are very interesting too. They're very similar to Seorin because we're getting defense buffs here on her kit, which just kind of makes more sense based on the brand new hunter coming out, that they will be a defense scaler too, which is unfortunate because Alicia is so focused on core attacks. That just means her viability is going down, where we can't use her anymore, or at least, well, we can't use her to a high standard based on what we expected for Seorin to provide us to the water team. But you can see right here as well, we do have even more defense bonuses, so I don't see any HP buffs here. That means when it comes to Chaw, she is going to be defense scaling, or that's the assumption going forward, and that's kind of what we heard based on leaks too, which again kind of sucks. We have Alicia, one of my first A10 units, again being kind of thrown into the dark, where she can't shine anymore. She can't provide us the DPS we need, which is, well, unfortunate. I expected high things out of her, but based on her passes, based on her main damage source, she's just not going to become useful unless, when it comes to Seorin, we do get a hint of core attack coming in, core attack buffs, core damage buffs, but I don't see that happening, which is a pretty big shame. So our water team right now, although you might say it's going to be Alicia, it's going to be Seorin, it's going to be Meilin, that's not so true. It'll be Meilin, it'll be Seorin, and it'll be Chaw once she comes out, because as you know, based on leaks we have so far, we are getting a brand new version of Cha, a water version that's going to potentially scale off defense. Again, stay tuned for that. We're not too sure, but the assumption right now is the brand new Hunter Cha will be a defense scaler and not a core attack scaler, which is a shock. So Alicia, I'm sorry, you're no longer going to be viable. You're potentially going to be one of those hunters like Dongso, such as Wu, such as Yunho, who are just not going to be used anymore. I'm not a big fan of that because, well, as a free-play player or as a light spender, you can't get every single unit advance up, so now we have to summon for Seorin and Cha to ensure we have a water team ready for the brand new workshop mode, which is not ideal, but we'll see, of course. We could kind of just be, I guess, rushing into things, and assuming Alicia is not going to be viable, with the water buffs we're getting, it could be fine, because Seorin right now only provides us one buff when it comes to defense stats, so it's not necessarily the biggest deal, but it is something we have to be cautious about. My 10 Alicia, I hope I can use you in the future. I miss putting you on our teams, but based on Seorin's kit, I don't see that happening too much, which does suck. And one thing that kind of caught me off guard is Seorin's weapon. It doesn't provide us any buffs at all. It just provides us an HE bonus and a missile bonus to her kit, and not our team's kit. But I guess it's pretty standard based on our current units, where our breakers do have a lot of damage coming to their kits. We had Goto and he didn't provide us any team buffs, so I guess it's standard, right? So not a huge shock, but when it came to our artifact sets, again, none of these provided any core attack bonuses, so when it comes to Alicia, she's basically cooked in my eyes, but we do have some interesting buffs here if you missed it. We do have this set here, which is pretty much going to be the main breaker set we use, I'm assuming, providing us a 40% team members elemental damage increase, which is crazy. 40%, that's actually insane, and it buffs our breaker units by a ton, giving us a 50% damage increase when we use skills that do have the break effect on them, which is huge. But one thing that wasn't huge, a lot of people are not a fan of, is this right here. Although we're getting brand new wards coming in with the new reverse hard mode, it's a bit unfortunate that we don't have any summoning tickets based on these wards to the very top over here. If they show it very quickly as we zoom past, these awards up top here, we're not getting any rate-up summons or custom draws, which kind of sucks. That's honestly a pretty big drag. We're still getting 7 summons though, when it comes to clearing every single mission, which is okay, but we kind of expected more summons coming in. I guess that's restricting how many summons we get, which is, it's a gacha game. What can we say, right? But that would have been nice if they added it in, which they didn't, so it's unfortunate. But overall, this update is one that the fans are not a fan of. Go figure, where a lot of these changes are not what we want to see in the game, where the game is gravitating towards a pay-to-win focus, that is, based on more passes coming to the game, where we do need them to get the new material, giving us legendary runes and blessing stones, multiple passes coming in, where we can focus on blessing stones, skill runes, shadows, and cores. I wonder if we... Okay, hold on. This is actually not too bad. We do get brand new free rewards, so you can pick if you're free to play, I'm assuming, these potential passes. So if you want skill runes, blessing stones, shadow material, or cores, you can pick the one you want, and we have some common material, so that's not too bad, I'll take it. But again, it's never a good sight when we see a brand new pay-to-win material coming into the game. It's not ideal, but we'll see. The update could have more in store for us based on brand new events. This is just a very entry level to what's coming, a very entry insight, so do stay tuned. A lot coming our way. We can't just say it's bad or good just yet, but in the future, we'll know for a fact once the update hits. That is on the Wednesday, so do stay tuned. This is all I have for you today. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, drop your like. Make sure to subscribe as well. And don't forget to support us. That way, I can send you a bunch of free codes. But on that note, this is your Code King Zaf, signing out.